Welcome back to the Ready for More podcast. Strength is for everybody. I am Idi.
And I'm Mark.
Today we're talking about a lie the fitness industry loves to sell you.
And what lie is that?
The biggest one is you fake it till you make it. But here's the truth. Belief isn't a starting point. Evidence is.
I like where this is going.
You like where this is going?
Yeah.
All right, let us start looking at the massive difference between confidence and motivation. Motivation is just a feeling. It vanishes the second you're tired. If you caught our neurotyping episode, you know motivation doesn't look the same in every brain. The type 1s naturally are driven. They see a target, they just move to that target. The type 2s light up when the adrenaline hits. They use the energy in the room for their fuel. Type 2Bs run purely on feel and feedback. They need to feel the work and hear that is actually working for them. And then you have the type 3s like moi. Let's start looking at the massive difference between confidence and motivation. Motivation is honestly just a feeling. It vanishes the second you're tired and it completely disappears the moment you have to step to that heavy lift. None of these approaches are wrong. It's just your wiring. But here's the real problem. Every single one of these runs out. Your wiring might get you through the front door, but it definitely doesn't keep you there. Confidence built through training isn't borrowed from a coach, a program, or a random compliment. And just a quick word to all the type Bs out there. The ones who really run on feel, you know that perfectly smooth rep you felt today, that right there is the evidence. Knowing you absolutely own that rep. That is the proof spoken in your own exact language. You aren't looking for someone else's approval anymore. You're just learning to trust your own body. All right, Mark, so you're a type 1A and you are self-motivated, meaning you don't need any external validation. Give me an example of that.
I think a lot has to do with how I'll feel about myself, So, as a 1, I will feel accomplished if I do this thing. And if I don't do it, I'll feel like I failed myself, like I didn't follow through for myself. What I can tell you provides a lot of external motivation for somebody like me with my wiring is when somebody says, hey, you're not going to be able to do this. You can't, like everybody. I got a story for you. So I did a competition in 2019. And at the time I was shooting for a 400 plus deadlift. And I had asked Idi at the time, hey, do you think that I can pull off this deadlift? Hey, you remember this. Can I get over 400? And he was like, I don't know. I'll give you like 50-50. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. And for me, I was like, well, and again, Idi and I are friends. I'm like, well, I want to show him that I can do it. Like he thinks if there's a chance I can't do it, I'm going to show everybody that I can do it. And that put fuel in my tank to do it. So for me, adversity is external motivation that I get, but you can't rely on that. Not everybody, just the same way not everyone's going to root for your success. Not everyone's going to openly root for your failure. So for me, what gives me drive at the end of the day is how I see myself. If I don't follow through on the thing, I'm going to feel like I failed myself. It's not about failing other people, but it's about that I fail the person in the mirror.
And that is the difference between you and the 2As and the 2Bs. I knew that about you at the time. So that's why I challenged you. I knew you could have done it. You could have done at least 10 to 20 pounds more than you actually wanted to do. But I knew if I challenged you saying, well, 50-50, that would just light a fire in your head. Not that you necessarily needed it, but since you asked me, I told you, okay, well, let me just actually give you that extra juice to really get you over the top. At the meet, I was there recording and you crushed it. So that is the difference.
I asked you too. I don't know if I remember, but like you were all coy about it. I was like, hey, so like, did you tell me that because? And you were like, I don't know, did I? And I'm like, okay, that's definitely what he did.
That is exactly what I did. So you see what he didn't see. He didn't say he waited to feel ready, which brings me to the mistake almost everybody makes. They walk into the gym looking for confidence like is the primary goal, but confidence is a byproduct. It is never the actual goal. Think about it. When you constantly rely on external encouragement, waiting for me or Mark to just tell you, hey man, good job, you're really just borrowing our belief in you. And that never lasts. Because when we're not there, what are you going to do? You're kind of like stuck. The real shift happens when you stop needing us to tell you you're capable. Because you already have the proof.
Yeah, and you know, like often like to say, so much of this comes down to identity. The more that you do the thing, the more you'll see yourself as the type of person who does the thing, regardless of whether it's fair or stormy weather. It comes down to identity. You know, the more you're in the gym, the more you do the thing, the more it'll become ingrained in you and you'll show up to do the thing.
And that moment he's describing, it doesn't happen by accident. So here's how we actually get there. You have to put yourself in situations where you're forced to generate your own evidence, where you have to demand perfect physical control from your body and actually get it. That self-generated evidence outlasts any external encouragement we could ever give you.
Here's another fine point, guys. Failure is a part of it. I think I know a lot of people that were either trainers or just gym goers that stayed in their comfort zone or were afraid of failing, and that's self-limiting. Failure is part of growth. You're going to fail throughout your process, but your body is wired for adaptation. The more you give your body a repeat stimulus, you give it the same message over and over. Hey, we failed at this last time. We're trying it again. We're trying it again. Your body will adapt to it. You will get the adaptation you want, so long as you're not pushing your body at the edge of a cliff too hard. The point here is don't be afraid of failure, right? Pursue the thing. Be willing to fail. Don't be afraid of judgment, because you'll move ahead, and whatever judgment you're afraid of, if you are being judged, they'll still be stuck where they are 1 to 5 years from now.
And here's the best part. It shows up everywhere else. You stop needing someone else to tell you you can handle that hard work or that hard week.
100%. Yeah, I'll say this. You'll surprise yourself with how much personal growth can and will happen in the gym.
So here's where it starts. We've put together our strength assessment for our Ever Ready Fitness community. Click the link in the show notes below and get the strength assessment today. Let's stop faking it till we make it.
And let's just make it.
Let's just make it. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.
Stay strong.